All right, welcome everyone. My name is Ken. We are going to do a little stretch and roll today. Today, you are going to need your handy dandy foam roller and your mat. We are going to be doing some foam rolling. That is our rolling portion. We're also going to be doing some stretching portion. So if you don't have some foam roller, you can use a towel, a yoga block if you have that around, or even a small ball, a sports ball like a tennis ball, lacrosse ball, things like that. I'll kind of talk to where those could be used and then join us for the stretch. So it's not a total loss, I promise. But we are going to be on the floor a lot for this one. This one is a more of a relaxing, try to get onto the ground, relax the body, get that blood flow leveling, get the fascia release so we can hydrate the fascia, increase mobility, and eventually stability. That is what we're looking for. That is our goal. Now let's go ahead and get started. You don't want to just stand there with your foam roller forever, right? So we're going to stay with our usual course of starting with the head and neck. With this one, we are going to add a little bit of pulsing in today. So what I want to do is I want to add some pressure into the foam roller. So with our head against this, what you're going to do is you're going to try to tuck your chin. So if I'm off the foam roller right now, it's like that. I'm tucking pressure into the foam roller. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Let's tuck it in and hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. And tuck. Good, just putting pressure against that foam roller. Release. Pressure. And release. Pressure. Release. We got one more here. Pressure up. 2, and 1. Go ahead and lay those hands out to the side. What I want to do now is I want to roll the head to the left. Roll the head to the right, just going as far as you can comfortably. We just put a little pressure. We're just stretching a little bit. And then what I want you to do is now from the front, I want you to put that pressure back on and now roll with that pressure. Keep that pressure on the foam roller. Good, you feel this come across a little bit more on the neck. Back of the head, you can adjust the foam roller to be a little bit more under that neck and less under the skull. Good, we got 2 more each side. Roll 1. And here is number 2. Very good. Let's go ahead, bring that foam roller to the back of the head now, not the neck. And what we're going to do is we're going to look up and then we're going to let the chin come down. We're not letting it drop down. We're resisting it a little bit down. So it comes down nice and slow, but then you'll feel that stretch in the neck. Good. 3. Looking straight up. 4. Good. 5. So the chin tucks to the chest and then the chin goes to the ceiling. 6. We got 2 more. Just 8 of these. 7. And 8. Oh, the feels are good. The feels are good. We're going to stay right here. We're going to switch the foam roller. We're going to put it on the other side now. Put it to the butt area. Feet flat on the ground. Foam roller's in between the feet and the glutes. And what you're going to do is you're going to lift your butt off the ground. Grab that foam roller and put it right at the top of the hips, top of the butt, if you will. Not the lower back. So this would be lower back, right? If this is on my lower back, I'm going to go just a little, like a half to a full roll down. And that's going to give me on the glutes. Now, before I pick my feet up, because that's what we're going to do next, I want to make sure I'm holding on to the foam roller, either out here or here. Lift it straight up. You can cross the legs. If you have a smaller foam roller, make sure it's on both the hips. If it can only be on one hip, then just try to roll to that side so that you put more pressure on that hip. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do some circles. We're holding onto the foam roller, remember, and all we're going to do is drop it down, circle down, come around. Good. We're opening up the hips. At the same time, we're rolling on those upper glutes. Good. The bigger circle you can make, the better. But if you're in a tight circle, that's fine too. You can even really open up that circle. Let's go ahead and go the other way now. Good. We got one more circle after this one. Very good. Now bring it back to the beginning. Right here over, and you're going to go side to side, hitting those glute medius. We'll get a little bit more of those in a little bit too, but really good. It's a good focus to really decrease some of the pressure that's going right to the lower back. We're not rolling on the lower back. That's got enough irritation as it is. It doesn't need to be rolled on as much. Good. From there, let's go ahead and release that down. We're going to then drop the feet, straighten the body out. It's a full stretch here. And we're just letting that hyperextension happen a little bit. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring the left leg in. Good. Kind of mixing our rolling and stretching here. And let's drop that down. The other side. Three, 2, and 1. Very good. Go ahead and roll that out. We're going to go from there. We're going to go to a seated position. Let's go ahead and get the glutes here. All right, so we're going to hit the glutes first. So if you've done this with me in the past, leg can be straight, leg can be bent, but we're using the opposite leg to pivot there. Excellent job. Find those sore spots if you have any. You can kind of turn on the side, kind of go here. If you have the smaller foam roller, you could use that as well. If I talked about this earlier, if you're using a sports ball, tennis ball, the ball just replaces the foam roller. It's just more specific. So it's going to be a little bit tougher on the muscle tissue, but it pretty much replaces the foam roller in the same spot. All right, let's go ahead and drop this leg a little bit, cross it, and then pick it back up. And now we find the glutes on the side. We roll the glute, and then we kind of lean over. You'll see my knee kind of face you. We're going on the side of that glute. Excellent. We're going to do 3 rolls on this one side. We're going to do the IT band next. This is the piriformis. We did the glute maximus first. Now we're doing the medius and the piriformis. And then we'll get to that IT band in just a second. Very good. Now, straighten this leg out. Lay it flat so that the flat of the foot is facing away from you. And it's on its side. Bring this opposite leg over, right? We're right here. Just going to bring it over. Hands come with it. And you're just rolling back and forth. Now we're pivoting on this front leg. Position your hands so they're comfortable and they're not outstretched too much. You're just rolling along that IT band. Don't need to do a ton of rolls on the IT band. Really good one though if you're a big runner, walker, hiker. IT band's really one to roll out because usually if those get worked over too much, they get really irritated, really tense, and they start causing some knee pain because they're yanking on that outside of the patella. All right, let's go ahead and switch so that IT band roll can really help that out. And we got the same thing, other side. Good. And let's go ahead and cross it. Give me that. Lean over a little bit onto that foam roller. Glute medius, piriformis area. Find a spot. Remember, anytime you're doing the foam rolling, sit on it, 3, 2, 1, and then roll right over it again. And then move on. That little extra push is going to force that fascia to kind of break up itself, kind of release its knots. 2 and 1. Now what we did here, we lay that right leg flat. We come over with the other leg and we roll that IT band out. Excellent job on this one. One more roll here. Very good. I'm going to go ahead and flip it right over. We're going to hit those quads next. If you have the smaller one, you would do a quad at a time. Even if you have the large one, you could still do a quad at a time by leaning that weight towards it. But to get out there, we're going to use our forearms to support us. So we're going to lay the quads right over. And then from here, we adjust the forearms. I usually like to get right up to the hip, right up to the top of the quad. Then I extend my legs out or my arms out so that I can go all the way. And then I find my spot all the way to the base. And then where can I roll all the way out? This one, we talked about this before too. Point your feet out for a few rolls. See, my feet are kind of pointed out. Then we're going to point them in. Adjust that leg too, right? Pick it up, point it in. Pick it up, point it in. That way the outside of the quad is rolling on that foam roller. And then finish with toes straight. Same thing with the foam roller. You find a spot, you can sit on it, or with the quads, and then roll. Quads are always going to feel tight. We're always working them, right? It will help us walk, sit, stand, all the good stuff, squat, lunge. Quads do a lot of work for us. So let's return the favor. All right, we're going to do the hip flexor today. We haven't done that one in a little bit, but the hip flexors are, and the psoas are right in here. This is an interesting one, odd one, I'll say that. But what we're trying to do is we're essentially trying to get that to, we're going to lay right on it so that we're right here. All right, so it's going to come right across that roll area, and we're going to lay on it and just let it kind of sit and do smaller rolls. I'll show you what I mean by that. So if I'm trying to do my right side here, I've got it kicked out towards my right shoulder, kicking back towards my left leg on that angle, because that's the angle, that's the striations of that hip flexor and psoas. So from there, I'm just going to come onto there and lay my hips right over it, just like so. And then it's just, as I said, it's just a small roll. I'm going with if I go with the foam roller, if I set it up right, I don't really have to do much but let the foam roller roll me off and roll myself back up on there. Again, like I said, it is an interesting place. It's an odd place to roll, but it has a lot of benefits because these little muscles control our ability to stand, to pick our legs up, and that's a big thing because if we sit all day, they tend to shorten, tend to get really tight, and if we don't loosen them out, then they start to pull on the hips, which then pull on the low back, and that's when ouchies can come up. All right, let's go ahead and switch the sides. So again, I just get in between it, turn the foam roller the other way, lay over that part, and rolling's what I do. Good. Rolling out that hip flexor. We did a little bit more glute and hip here, but we're going to finish with the back right after this one. I feel like you always got to roll your low back, your upper back, to help. If we roll the glutes and we roll the upper back, then we really help. We're reducing some of the tightness from the muscles that affect both. All right, let's go ahead and come up. You're going to flip it over. You're going to sit in front of the foam roller. And all that's going to happen is you're going to put it just at the mid back here. And from here, now you may get some cracking that happens when you go up into this roll. That's normal. That's just because you're pushing on the tissues. They're going to kind of realign that spine for you a little bit. We're going to come up. Hands are here, and we're going to roll it straight out. Adjust your feet so that you can go mid back to the base of the neck. Trying to roll the whole area here. We'll get to the individual sides in just a second. First one is just kind of getting that roll going. You feel some tension, you can sit there for a second. Remember too, if you get a little tired in the glutes, you can put the glute down, roll here, put the glute down, roll back. All right, there's nothing saying the glute has to be up the whole time. It gives you more leverage, but at the end of it, it doesn't really matter. All right, let's go ahead and increase this arm out. Rolling to our left. We're just rolling on that shoulder, the back of the shoulder. These are our lat and rear deltoid. as well as some of the rotator cuff muscles. Good. Let's go ahead and switch the side. And you may notice that you travel a little bit when you foam roll. There's nothing wrong with that. You may start at the bottom of the mat, end up at the top. That's just your body adjusting to the spots. Good, good, good. Keep that roll. Let's go ahead and bring it back to the center. Bring those elbows tight to the neck or to the head, in front of the head. Lay it over on the left side. Over on the right once. Oh yeah, you felt a couple of those spots, right? Very good. Let's go ahead and just come over to this side. We're going to get it just under the armpit here. I like to put you can either put it down or here. And what we're going to do is just a small roll right under there. So it's in that pocket of muscle right in here. And what we're trying to do is, these are rhomboid intercostals, and these get tightened up a lot, and they really prevent us from having good posture upright. So we really want to roll these. They're not very nice, and they're usually pretty tender. But what you can do too is, if you don't want to roll, if it's just that tender, try to breathe 5 breaths as you're sitting over it. All right? I'll give you time to do that if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and switch the side. So you're just going to roll over. Same thing on this side. Find it. If you can roll it, great. If you find that one spot that's pretty tender, you can sit on it, take those breaths. You can also kind of go back and forth. So just like we did with the neck, you can do the work over the foam roller instead of having the foam roller to roll. Sometimes it's easier coordination-wise to do it this way. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's go ahead and come to here. I want to just, before we get into some other stretches, just want to get a nice full stretch. And what we're going to do is sit up nice and tall. Big inhale. And I just want you to reach as far as you can. If you can get to your toes, great. Over the course of this foam rolling series, I want you to see if it's getting better, staying the same, even getting worse, because that's where you're going to see the differences, is how far your stretch is, how good you feel stretching, and how good it makes you feel for how long after you do it. Those are the things that you'll start noticing. Or if you miss a session, how does it feel when you miss the session? Does it feel like you should have had it? So those are the things you want to kind of track in your own mind. Holding this and go a little further now, if you can get to those toes. Hold this stretch. Three, 2, and 1. Very good. We're gonna do a couple stretches. You can do them from a standing position, or you could do them from a kneeling position. They're gonna be upper body stretches that we're gonna be doing here. So the first one, we're just going to be pulling the arms back. If you can grab the arms, pull them back this way. This is the best way to stretch the chest without a door jam, because if you have a door jam, my favorite stretch is stepping into the doorway, putting the hand right here on the door jam, and then letting the door jam push it back. So you're pushing like that. You can do, if you're wide enough to do both, you can do both at the same time. But this one is also going to pull on those shoulders, chest muscles, what we're looking for to open them up. Because a lot of times we focus on how to get our posture upright by pulling the shoulders, but we never think about rolling and stretching the chest. So big important part. All right, let's go ahead and get the other side. Clasp the hands together. We're just going to roll it forward. I'm going to get a better one than this. This is more for the shoulders, a little bit of forearm. For the back, we'll get a little bit better here in a second. Good. Let's go ahead and switch. Let's go one hand here. Let's get these extensor tendons. Sometimes we don't roll everything that we stretch, but some of these we really need to stretch. Let's go ahead and switch it up. We try to mix it up and make sure that we're always rolling major muscle groups, stretching what we can, getting the work in. Excellent. Shake that out. We're going to open up here. And this one you would want to come up into a standing position if you were kneeling before. Because what I want to do is kind of a cross body here. And the idea here is I'm going to take this left hand, I'm going to reach it down to that right foot. So it's just going to be like this, but my right hand is going to travel up. All right, so I'm just going to do this. And what I'm trying to do here is just get this hand to go inside the foot. And then I'm trying to somewhat look to my right. The looking to the right, if you feel a little tension in your neck, things like that, just look straight down. Sometimes the muscles aren't quite ready for that. So if that feels it, just keep the head neutral. But if you can look up and feel that extra stretch, that is great. Let's hold this. And if you wherever you're grabbing onto, it's calf, it's ankle, it can even be the opposite side of the foot. But we're just going to that cross-sectional stretch. Good, let's come up. Let that blood rush a little bit. Come up, go away. Sometimes you come up, go down too quick. You don't let the blood equalize. Let's go to the other side. Good. Feel those stretches. And let's bring it down to the middle here. Just sit that butt back. We're just getting a little bit of leg here. If you can't get your hands, it's wherever the hands hang. 3, 2, and 1. Let's make our way now to the ground. I'm going to do a couple ground stretches here. First one I want to look at is going to be our low to upper back, if you will. So it's going to be prayer, child's pose, whatever you want to do. We're going to use the foam roller today. So we're going to get into that stretch position, and then we want our fingertips to be right here at the end of the stretch position, because what I'm going to ask you to do is roll it a little bit more. All right, so first we push the foam roller out there, sit back comfortably, and then try to roll it, pull your body a little bit more with that foam roller. Make sure the butt is sitting down as much as you can and you're outstretched as much as you can. Hold this. Excellent. Come on back up. Good prayer stretch. Those are always fun to do for some, right? Now I want you to bring the hands out, and we're just going to drop the hips into a cobra. This is just offset. If this causes any discomfort, tightness, pain, don't do the cobra. Some folks aren't really loving hyperextension, but sometimes it's a good way to mix out. And then we just get into one more little child's pose after that, just equalizing out the body parts. Gives us a little bit better stretch. All right, let's go ahead and come to the ground. We want to do our glutes and then our open books to finish us up here. So our glutes, we're here. We did this rolling a little bit on the psoas and glutes. This is going to be a psoas hip flexor stretch. We're opening up the hip. We're pressing through. If for some reason you can't get that foot up there, this can be done like this. All right, to the best of your ability. I like a foam roller pillow. You don't have to have one. Could use a regular pillow. 2 and 1. Let's go ahead and pull now. So we're going to bring this opposite hand across, pulling this over. And what I want you to do is kind of keep it coming until you feel that stretch coming through here. If you need to drop that opposite leg, that's mostly what I need to do to get the full stretch. And then just kind of let it go over as far as you can control it. Keeping your hand here. If your hand's got to come up, it's too far. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's go ahead and switch that up. Pushing in. Three, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and pull now. And if you need to straighten it, like I said, bring it as far as you can while still being able to control it. Feel that good glute stretch. Three, 2, and 1. Very good. Good stretch on those. Let's go ahead and straighten those out real quick. Lift those hands up. Actually, get rid of the foam roller here. Just stretch that whole body straight before we do our open books. One more time. Excellent. So now, I like to use the foam roller too on the open books, but we're going to go on the side. Bottom leg is straight. Other leg comes forward. Here, we're going to open up. We're going to go 5 times. The knee needs to stay on the ground. So we're here. This is 1. Good. And on the 5th time, we're going to hold it. 2, I want you to be trying to go a little bit further every single time. 3, don't overstretch it now though, but you don't have to force it. 4, kind of let gravity do a little bit of the work once you turn that corner. Here's 5, hold it. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back over. Let's flip it over to the other side. Great job on these. All right, same thing, just the other side. 1, and notice, are you better on this side? You worse on this side? 2, you're joining me on this stretch and roll journey. 3, I want you to start keeping an eye on how things feel. 4, last one here. That way you know where your improvements are and where you still need to work on. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back over. Very good. We're just going to lay flat on our backs here. You can have the pillow if you want, or maybe not. We're going to pull in, just getting a little bit of a rocking. Release. Pull it in. Good. Release. 2. Got 5 of these. 3. Once we pull it in nice and tight, just release it into your hands. 4, let your hands guide it. Last one. 5, let it guide the first leg down straight, and then the second leg straight. We're going to do it one more time. Extend those arms as much as you can. Extend the legs. Bring those hands to the side. I want you to take 2 big breaths. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale out. Last one, inhale, fill the belly. Good, let it out. Let all that stress out. When you are ready, come up nice and slowly. Tuck that chin to the chest if you need to. Don't just jump up. Come up nice and slow from there. Once you're comfortable in seated position, you can come to the standing position and realize that you have done 30 minutes of rolling and stretching with me. Thank you so much for joining me today. You guys did great. Hopefully, I will see you the next time. We will try to increase our mobility, increase our stretches, and keep it going. Thanks, everybody.